Hey everyone, this is Cynthia of Cynthia Plans, and I'm here to show you the holiday planner from KitLife. I ordered this to keep myself organized this holiday season outside of my regular planner because things get a little crazy, and so I didn't want to have too much in one space, so I decided to give this one a try. There are some unique features about it that were a selling point for me that I also think could be useful for you, and if you have missed how KitLife showed it off, I thought I would do a video and show you what I think about it. So to start with, the cover that I chose is the traditional holly cover. There is a more modern, more of like a color block pattern that you could get for the cover. They have two versions, this one and that color block one, but this one was a little bit more in my style with the hand letter and the watercolor look, so I chose this one. So with that, let's go ahead and get started and see what's on the inside. So on the inside, the first thing is the interior and exterior covers have this like color block pattern. It's this like pink and magenta, which is really cute. Very different for holiday, which is a little surprising, but I don't know, I think it's really pretty. The opening cover page is it just says holiday planner, and it says a little book to ensure you keep it all together this season, which is really cute. Every page in this planner, the back page of that page is lined. So this page here, which is going to be talking about goal setting, is also lined. The feast also lined. So just, you know, you have that to keep in mind. So whatever you can't write on this page, or you feel like you need to add things to the back of it for more context or to remind yourself of things, you do have those lined pages on the back to help you remember. The first thing that they started with, which I think is interesting, is with goal setting. Obviously with the holidays, a lot of us have a tendency to get off track with our goals. It's just a result of how much more socializing we're doing and how many sweets and treats are around, and our schedules being a little bit off and everything. So it's totally normal, but I think it is really important to set yourself up for success, to either accomplish the goals that you have set out before the end of the year, or at least make more progress on them before you know, kind of reset in January, and not make sure that you're starting at ground zero. Whatever work you can do now, I think it would be really good and useful and important. So I think it's really cool that they have this page here to help you finish strong in 2019. So the next page is the feast, and there are 1, 2, 3, I think, right? Yeah, 3, unless I skipped one. No, 3, okay. 3 pages for the feast. And what I really like about this is that whether you're hosting a Thanksgiving dinner, a holiday dinner, you know, just a dinner with friends and family, a Friendsgiving, something like that, there's several of these pages, so you don't have to just get it all right on one try, or if you're hosting more than one you know, function, you do have the option to use several of these spreads, which I think is really cool. The pages are perforated, and I'm not sure if I mentioned that already or if you can see it, but they're all perforated, so once you fill this out, you can just easily tear this out and put it in your planner or stick it in your purse or wherever it is that you would have it be useful to you. So if you do the grocery list here, you can take it with you to the grocery store. The next part is the gift list. So you've got the recipient, the gift idea, budget, and then actual of what you actually spent. So if you spend a little bit less, obviously you can pad the budget for someone else a little bit more, or put it in your savings, which is kind of cool. And then the last thing I like about this section is that you have a little section where you can mark if it's wrapped. With the amount of gifts that I get between family and friends and planner friends and coworkers, it can be quite a lot, so sometimes I might forget if I wrap something or not. And so with this, you can easily, you know, check off and keep track of if you are keeping up with your wrapping or not. So hopefully, if you celebrate Christmas, you're not doing it all on the 24th at, you know, 11 o'clock or midnight or something like that. So there's a couple of pages here, looks like 3 of those as well. And so actually, before I go back to the next section, I do want to flip back here for a second. One thing that I think is cool about this planner in general, and the fact that they have several versions of each section, is that it makes it so it's got some longevity. So if you don't use every part of this planner this year, you can keep the pages in here and use them for next year. So it definitely, I think, has the potential to be used more than just for 2019-2020. The next section is addresses, so if you send out holiday cards, or if you're the type of person who sends out like year-end cards to friends or colleagues or something like that, just basically reflecting on like, it's been a pleasure to have you in my life this year. I just want to wish you a, happy holidays, whatever it might be, happy new year. This is a great section to keep all those people in one place. And then you can also, like the gift wrapped section, also check off if the card was sent, so you can easily keep track of that as well. I did have like a card exchange last year, and it started to get a little hairy trying to remember if I had sent out cards to everyone or not, so I think that's a really useful tool. The next section is habit tracking. In line with our goals, our habits sometimes also tend to fall off track during the holidays. And I say all of this not to make anybody feel bad. I'm totally guilty of it. It's just a fact, and whatever we can do to make that less of a reality this year, I think is awesome. So I really like that they have this habit tracking area, and you can track daily habits all through each month, or day of the month, and you can do it for November still, even though it's midway through November. They shipped really fast, KitLife, so you can definitely start with November, skip to the next page, and do December from here on, and continue that way. So I don't think that this is something where if you didn't start exactly on the first of the month, it's a problem. I mean, habits are important. It doesn't matter what day of the month it is, what month of the year it is, whatever day you need to start to keep yourself staying on track with healthy habits and self-care habits is going to be great for you. So there's a few pages of that here. And then we move on to the holiday budget. So they do their budget a little bit differently, the template for it at least, in that you have your actual budget and then space to add other things. So if you, let's say for example, are going to a holiday party and the food is being catered, but you have to pay for your own drinks or something like that, that's something that you can put on your budget here. Or if you want to sort out your budget between friends and family versus colleagues and staff that you might work under you or something like that, if you do something for them, or if you're the type of person where you may not get them gifts, where you bring in like treats before the holidays, those are things that you can put in this section here, and there's a couple of pages for it as well. So if you want to do your budget weekly or bi-weekly or something like that, you can absolutely use these pages. There's a few of them in here. And then I think this is the second to last section. This is the second to last section. It's the holiday hustle, and it's a holiday task list. So anything related to the holidays or that you normally do during the holidays that you want to make sure that you are remembering and keeping track of, you can put them all here. And then again, the pages are perforated, so you can tear them out and put them in your planner or in your purse or wherever it is that would be most helpful to you. So I think this is also really useful, especially because it's perforated. I believe this is the last section of the planner. It's called Gratefuls. If you want to do some gratitude journaling during the holidays, it's something I like to do. I actually have a gratitude reflection challenge happening on my blog right now and here on Instagram. If you want to get into some gratitude journaling during the holidays, or just like reflect on different traditions or things that you do with your family during the holidays, or days that you just really enjoyed, this is a really good place to put all of that, and there's several pages of it here. So then we get to the last section of the holiday planner, and it's just lined notes pages. So literally all of these pages back here are just blank. So if you need to bujo or do lists, because do your list differently because a holiday hustle isn't really how you would do your list, that is also an option for you. Then the last part here are these little holiday gift tags, which are made on like a really nice like craft cardboard type paper, and they're really just like modern and simple, and I think they're really pretty. They're also perforated, so you can tear them out just like you can with the other pages, and there's 2 pages of them. So that is all for the KitLife holiday planner. This is the back in case you're interested to see what it looks like, and then this is the front. I believe the dimensions on this one are 7 by 8.5 inches. So normally it'd be a 7.5 by 8 inch notebook that would be vertical to most people, but they did this one horizontal, which I think is kind of cool. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. I think I would probably start with vertical, but I am curious to try it horizontal and see how it goes. I'm definitely at least intrigued enough to do it. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and call this video done. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a comment and let me know. I'll put a link to this item in the description of this video, and I hope I'll see you back again.